It's estimated Americans walk more than 65,000 miles during their lifetime. That's like walking from New York to California 20 times. Older Americans have completed much of that journey and are especially vulnerable to foot problems.
Well, the most typical problem that we find in older individuals is arthritic deformities of the foot, which may be caused by either rheumatoid or osteoarthritis. And this causes deformities in which they have difficulty in walking.
All my weight goes on my feet. And by alleviating the pains and problems of my feet gives me a better chance of feeling good all the way around.
All right, everything looks good there.
Feet are enormously complicated. Each has 26 bones, 33 joints, 56 ligaments, 19 muscles, and more than 100 arteries, veins, and nerves. There's a lot that can go wrong, causing bunions, hammertoes, corns, or calluses.
The way to prevent foot problems is proper hygiene. You should wash your feet every day. Change your shoes and socks or stockings every single day. Make sure that they're dry. Don't get your feet wet. When you take a bath or a shower, make sure that you're dry between your toes.
Shoes are also important. Consider jogging shoes even if you don't run because of their extra cushion. Doctors consider walking one of the best exercises for people of all ages. Take care of your feet, and better health should follow. I'm John Nestor reporting.
Well, generally we find that older people, the senior citizens, the more mature individuals, will have foot problems more prevalent than the younger individuals, simply because they're more prone to arthritis and also systemic diseases such as diabetes, which will cause foot problems such as ulcers and loss of sensation in the feet, which will also cause problems that may become prevalent. The most typical foot problems that we find in the older or more mature individuals are arthritic deformities of the feet. These are caused by either osteo or rheumatoid arthritis, which in turn can cause a bunion deformity, hammered toes, and pain on the bottom of the foot because the bones become subluxed and pressed.
Well, they're good now only because I take good care of them, okay? And that's because I go to my podiatrist every 6-7 weeks and have them taken care of. Otherwise, they could cause me quite a bit of anguish, dealing with corns and calluses and the everyday care of them.
And I just want you to tell me when you don't feel it anymore. Okay, still feeling it?
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Go right ahead. Team, you're in charge.
Okay, what do you feel?
Vibration.
Okay, now I want you to tell me if it feels the same or different between both.
The same.
Very good. Tell me if you feel it. Still feeling it?
I'm still feeling.
Okay, very good.
Slight vibration.
Okay, and we'll try it on this one now. Okay, I just want you to tell me if it stops. You still feeling it?
Yes, I am.
Okay, very
Yes, I am.
good.
Yes, I am.
All right, let's try. And do you feel that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, does it feel the same?
Yes, it does.
Very good. Okay, now just tell me if you continue to feel it.
Yes, I do. I still feel
Very
sensation.
good. Now, I have your toes up.
You sure do.
Okay, now tell me if they're up or down.
They're up.
Very good. How is
Just a year ago, former New York Yankee infielder Gil McDougall could not have chatted so easily with his wife Lucille. Just a year ago, Gil could barely hear.
I tried to be a pretty good lip reader, and all my buddies used to say, well, Gil, because you were great at catching signs when you played ball, this ought to be a cinch. It's not that easy.
Gil McDougall was with the famous 1950s Yankees. He was injured when a ball hit him in the head during batting practice. By 1980, he was severely deaf. Last year, he underwent surgery to get a cochlear implant.
I tell you, with my own family, it's so beautiful now. I can talk to my wife, and I can talk to my grandchildren or my own children. It's so much joy.
A cochlear implant is not a hearing aid. It's an electronic device that bypasses the inner ear and stimulates the auditory nerve itself.
It consists of the implant itself, which is surgically placed within the inner ear, close to the fibers of the auditory nerve. And then it has a receiver, which is placed behind the ear.
A microphone sends sounds to a speech processor. The processor sends electronic signals back to the receiver and onto the brain.
It's important to know that this is not a cure for deafness. It's a prosthetic device just as an artificial leg is. You are still deaf once you've received a cochlear implant, but it is a wonderfully useful prosthetic device.
The effectiveness of cochlear implants varies with patients. For Gil McDougall, it's changed his life.
You're so happy, you want to talk to everybody that's walking down the street, or you'd like to stop them just to have a conversation if you didn't know them. And
I'm John Nestor reporting.
Becoming more reclusive or more regressive?
No question about it, you do become a recluse. I was pretty outgoing when I was playing ball and while I was working, but once the hearing started to go completely, I started hiding at the house here. I didn't want to go out and socialize because to just sit there.
Did you ever think you'd have this whole new career at this stage?
No, I didn't, but it's become like, to me, like a challenge to go out and try to convince people that, you know, you can hear again. Really, it can happen. And if they take that battery test that I took at the New York Medical Center.
Whatsoever. This is by far the most exciting thing that I've ever had to do with. If someone had told me more than 30 years ago that someday we would be able to restore a meaningful amount of hearing, including the ability to understand speech and even to use the telephone, in people who are totally deaf, I would have thought they were crazy.
What would you say to anyone who is sitting on the
Now, this is the internal device that's comes from Australia, the nucleus device, and it consists of an electrode consists of what's known as the speech processor, which has got a microphone in it. So the microphone picks up the sound, carries it down the wire to the speech processor. The speech processor then digitizes the signal. Okay. There are several controls that all cochlear implants have built into their speech processors. This is like a volume or a loudness control.
I haven't heard it.
And the telephone, they have a special plug, is that what it is?
Yes, and it would go right in here. The unit goes in here, and it really, I tell you, it's amazing. It goes directly from the phone. Speak to Todd, please. Oh, Todd? Yeah, I don't know. It's not coming in as clear as I'd like it. I've got some people doing a tape job.
See that coming up? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Dusting for fingerprints and other crime-solving techniques are important lessons at any police academy, even the Senior Citizen Police Academy, run by the Cook County, Illinois Sheriff's Department.
It's a crime prevention informational program designed to give the senior citizen an overall view of how a police department operates and in daily policing of the community.
Started last spring, it's an 11-week course, among the first of its kind nationwide. It includes an overview of the judicial system, the processing of crime scenes, and forensics. Most of all, they teach the older people how to watch out.
We teach them how to watch out for themselves, about crime, you know, watch out for their homes, watch out when they're out, watch out for some of the frauds that are there and the cons that are against the seniors.
Crime is on the rise in many communities, and some older people are especially vulnerable. But classes like these can help.
You're never too old or too young to learn. You can't put your head in the sand and think, oh, this is going to go away.
If the public doesn't get involved with their community, will be overrun with crime or drugs or whatever. And the police can only do what the citizens let them do.
No one's expecting the older people to go out and crack cases or catch crooks. The idea is to educate them, help them better understand law enforcement, so police can better do their jobs. I'm John Nestor reporting.
I've got too much white light, I think. White.
It's our Senior Citizen Police Academy, and what it is we are teaching them about our police department and about the different aspects of the law, judicial system, and what a police officer has to go through. We feel that if they learn what we go through, they kind of understand our attitudes and understand, you know, how we feel about protecting them. I mean, they get to see everything. We teach them from, we go to the courthouse.
Relationship with their local police department or policemen to begin with. It's a program that not only will benefit the senior citizen to understand what the police department is, but then also understand the police departments to understand the senior citizens better.
And how exactly do the senior citizens benefit?
The Harvey district, the lockups there, and seeing what's going on, I know what I can do to help them. I mean, not physically, mentally, visually, you know, if we see something going on. And I'll say one thing for the Tinley Park Police. They're a great...
The unit that I command is the criminalistic section of the Cook County Sheriff's Police. We have 15 evidence technicians assigned to the unit. They work around the clock, 24 hours a day. New, you know, 4 or 5 years on the job, but most of them have 15 to 20 years, even close to 30 years. And so we've got a lot of experience. I personally have... You got a double homicide out there. We have radios. We got radios in the car. We have portable radios. Some of the guys have phones. We have pagers, the county, and now we really don't know where we're at. So, you know, but it all works out. You talk on the radio and look at your maps and find out where you're going. Okay. Now we'll take this and peel this off because this is like two-sided tape. All right. And then we take and place it on here. And we just press it down, get all the bubbles out, and then you pull it smoothly off. Now we've got that there, see? And we put that on the paper. Here and here, so they can't say we took this off. And on the back, we'll write the case report and the date and the time and where we found it. And the victim. Maybe you handled this. Maybe this is your, I don't know, your jewelry case or something. Or
little bit?
One effect of Alzheimer's disease is on the body's natural clock, its sense of rhythm. It often gets off track.
For instance, very often Alzheimer patients have problems sleeping. They might have sleep reversal, sleep during the day or nap during the day and don't sleep during the night. Okay, now we put a little bit more light on.
Researchers are trying to reset the body clock by exposing patients to very bright light during evening hours. They also hope it will help reduce the need for sleep medications.
That's the idea, that we would like to try to use this therapy instead of drugs, because all drugs have some side effects, and we would like to eliminate the use of drugs as much as possible in this patient population.
Another therapy is called Snoezelen. It uses music and images to help calm patients who might be restless and agitated.
We were noticing these patients were actually physically becoming less agitated as well as mentally. Loud vocalizations, the residents would decrease. You know, and the body movements would be the relaxed postures with the hands across the chest.
Snoezelen uses color to soothe, comforting reds, blues, greens, and pinks.
Do you like the colors, Bill?
Yes, isn't that something?
They're beautiful.
Researchers say instead of feeling confused and agitated, patients feel occupied, stay calmer, and sleep better. I'm John Nestor reporting.
Not working properly. And there are several rhythms in the body which are not synchronized if the body clock is not working. For instance, a rhythm of the body temperature, rhythm of the body movement, secretion of some hormones. All of these get out of whack in a way, desynchronized. And what the light therapy is doing right during the treatment. The light therapy is supposed to work throughout the day, and actually hopefully it will be effective even after the exposure to bright light is finished, because there hopefully will be some overall synchronization of these body rhythms. Snoezelen is mainly working during
music that is non-conclusive. Music has to have three elements to create a positive mood response. It has to have arousal, expectation, and resolution, which basically means a beginning, a middle, and an end. And this creates the relaxation. How this program is working.
Now we will spend some time in here in this nice bright room. Do you like it here? How are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lighted by a normal light. Then gradually we increase the light by switching on the other switches, and stay at each level for a little while for the patients to adjust to that level. This is another level, and finally when we have all the switches on, the light has the same brightness as light on a sunny day in the morning. And at that level we stay for 2 hours. The patients stay in the room for 2 hours.
Focus that in?
No, I don't smoke.
Yeah.
Let me get the lights.
Do a little bit more of that focusing on the hand.
Relax a little more.
You are, yeah? That's great.
I'm going to get relaxed.
Okay.
All righty, stand by. Go ahead.
Go right ahead if you want to play some more music.
Since federal standards took effect, the use of restraints in nursing homes has dropped 25%. But the National Citizens Coalition for Nursing Home Reform, which fought hard for the law, fears a reversal should federal reforms be repealed and responsibility turned over to the states.
There will always be good nursing homes in every state, but the preponderance of nursing homes would not maintain these minimal standards that we have.
The federal standards enacted in 1987 forbid tying residents in beds or chairs except under special circumstances. The same for sedatives. The Reform Act also set standards for staff size and training. The result?
We have a major decrease in the use of restraints in nursing homes, both physical and chemical restraints. The quality of life has improved significantly with people's rights being maintained and with the quality of their life. Under the reform law, they're able to make more choices than they did before.
The coalition also claims the federal standards save money. Studies suggest overall improvements in nursing home care have reduced hospitalizations, saving the government $2 billion a year. I'm John Nestor reporting.
In this law, and people were often restrained unnecessarily by drugs and by physical restraints prior to the enactment of the law.
What has been the impact of addictions? How do you respond to that?
Well, there will always be good nursing homes in every state, but the preponderance of nursing homes would not maintain these minimal standards that we have. Partly that would be due to we would have a decrease in nursing staff, training of nursing assistants, and also there would be a decrease in money under the current proposed budget cuts, so some nursing homes would not be able. We fought long and hard to get these national standards, and we live in a very mobile society with all of us having loved ones in different states. We need to have continuity across the states. People often go.
Well, one picture taker and one person who's going off chat. And then about 103 people who are going to move.
What do you say?
Okay, I'll see you later, Emily. Yeah, bye-bye. Up here?
Up here.
Oh.
We had a bungalow in
See some man from AARP. Huh? Yeah, he's here.
Every now and then, Gary Goldman entertains his mother, Alma, and other older people at her adult daycare center. At the end of the day, Alma will return to her assisted living facility, all arranged by a geriatric care manager.
Really what this did, this allowed me, as a man with a family, 3 children, married, to have peace of mind, to be able to work and know that somebody was there at all times and there was coverage.
Goldman called on care manager Beth Scoville. Beth is a nurse with a background in gerontology. She runs Senior Connections, a care management company and an adult daycare center. The idea is to relieve the stresses of caregiving.
It's stressful because most people are working, they have their own families, children to care for, careers. It's very difficult to manage someone's care and be there when it's needed.
Care managers assess the situations of older loved ones. They make recommendations to families, implement services that best meet their needs, and monitor progress. They act as the link between families and community services.
We refer to just about anything, all the way down to having someone come in and turn a small coat closet into a powder room, enabling someone to stay on the first floor of their row home.
While care managers can be costly, some families say they've saved in the long run by avoiding making the wrong decisions.
These people are trained. These people have made the calls. These people have gone through the crisis. They've seen the crisis from other people. They know where to call. They know what to advise.
Most often, families need guidance in the appropriate services. Sometimes people are jumping too quickly to hourly help in the home, which can be very costly, or they're jumping to the nursing home placement before it's absolutely necessary.
And with proper guidance, families can feel relieved their loved ones are getting the proper care. I'm John Nestor reporting.
But in this organization, what they have done, having the resources at their fingertips and immediately where to go, has been a tremendous safety net. This is what it has really been, a safety net, I would describe it. I go to them, I spill my cards out, and they tell me, where to go. It's a one-stop shop. It's not going to the supermarket and trying to find this and trying to find that and not knowing where you're going. It's the best analogy I can give for you.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay, you got it. On their nursing license or their social work license. There are people who tend to set up and hang out a sign and say, I'm a geriatric care manager because I took care of my mother or my grandmother, and that does not make a care manager. A lot more goes into it. So those are the kinds of people that would not get into this. To locate a care manager, I would talk to them before I sign anything or before I agreed to have them come out and do an assessment. I would speak to each one and ask questions about their experience and their background and the types of cases that they've handled. How do they charge for their services? Is it a flat fee? Is it an hourly fee? Some people do a flat fee for the assessment.
Don't pull his coat.
It's Saturday morning at the Margaret Tietz Center for Nursing Care in Jamaica, New York, a time when residents and young dancers have a great time lifting, tapping, and wiggling their way past the barriers that separate them.
It means everything to me. It means that I'm young again, and that builds me up.
The Kids Community Dance Project unites these graceful young dancers with older people through interactive workshops.
The difference of age doesn't matter when you participate. I think it makes you younger.
Okay, Mrs. Stahl, what kind of move do you want to do?
They create dances together, get to know one another, and develop an understanding and appreciation of each other.
You see how the elders react when you talk to them and you speak to them, and they really enjoy it, so it's fun.
Well, I get like this warm feeling inside knowing that I made them happy and I made their day because they smiled so much and they had so much fun.
It enhances their lives. It creates a new aura for them. They yearn for this kind of activity.
Both young and older generations get exercise, a chance to be creative, and learn from new friends. I'm Mary Norton reporting.
Mr. Stahl, what do you like about this program? Can you tell me something about it?
Yes, you feel younger if you participate, but you have to get adjusted to it. You have to feel that there's a...
Okay, come back a little bit.
When you're ready.
All right, girls. What's this dance program like for you?
It's great. It's really great. fun. It's great. It's fun. Fantastic.
Yeah? Okay. Nicole, what do you like best?
I like working with the residents.
They yearn for this kind of activity. So from an administrative perspective, as the executive of this institution, I see smiles on their faces, I see happiness, and I see a great time.
And then we zigzag down. Zigzag, 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 zigzag. Now, hold out, make a circle. Circle. Circle, make a bigger circle, and finish. Finish on one side. I don't care what side. So you're loud. Lift me up. Lift me up. Lift me when the light fades. On a long bad day, I sometimes weaken. Up. That's it. Say a smile, people. Up. Up. Woo. Again. Out. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. Good, Mary. Up. Back up. Yeah. Cross. And lift me up. Yourself. And lift me up. Lift me up. You do.
For 44 years, Vantrease Russell has opened her home and her heart to those who need them most, children with severe disabilities, with nowhere else to go.
I need them just as bad as they need me. These children, my life wouldn't be worth 2 cents if I didn't have these children. And I help them, and they help me. I couldn't live without them.
44 years ago, still raising her own family, Russell turned her home into a nonprofit child care center, taking kids no one wanted.
Susan's born without eyes and backbone, flat-footed. She's 40 years old, and I've had about 36 years.
The money for staff and supplies comes from donations. The care comes from the heart. Since 1951, 1,200 special needs children have passed through Russell's doors. She's enriched their lives, helped them reach their highest potential. An incredible achievement, but one Russell takes in stride.
I couldn't have done this without the support of my family and the people of the community. My children could have all resented me. My husband could have said, that's it. But they didn't. They stuck right by me. Whatever I said went. My husband had enough faith in me that if there's a mountain out there to be moved, I could go do it.
82 years old, she's still moving mountains. One child, one heartfelt smile at a time. I'm John Nestor reporting.
Well, God has a purpose for everybody, so we fill that place. And I'm sure with the handicapped children, that was a place that He gave me in life, and they're happy. They don't know our worries. No, they don't know the things that go on, what it takes in life to live. And as long as they're happy in preserving their own life, taking risk on things that they shouldn't do. And it can leave them handicapped. It can be the same to grown people, to you and I, as it can be to a child.
Here's what I'm children.
Make them happy and let them know that I love them.
That's
as long as they stay happy, I'm happy. I don't like to see a sad child or a child in pain. As long as they are not suffering and pain, I'll do anything in this world I can for them. The angrier they get.
She talks 24 hours a day.
What's that close to get? Shirley. Shirley's not here. Oh no, gosh.
Pretty good looking crowd.
I tell you, it is a good looking crowd. That's definitely Mrs. Russell? Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Hot dogs, baked beans.
Yeah! Yeah! They're bad.
Hot dogs, baked beans. She's ready for it.
Oh, yeah. That. Hey, Chris. Hi, Chris. Hi. 3 days old, 4 days old. They told us he lived 24 hours. He's 33. Worst little boy you ever had. Oh, boy. Smart, aren't you? Yeah, he is. He knows everything. He's just sweet as he can be.